You are staring at $20,000 price tags for brand new motorcycles that just a few years ago were half that. The 2026 market is brutal. Dealers are not your friends. The showroom floor is not your friend. Your wallet, however, is desperately trying to get your attention. There is a hidden tier of motorcycles that delivers real performance, real reliability, and real smiles without leaving your bank account in a smoking crater. We found 18 of them. Every single one comes with specs, ergonomics, real owner opinions, and honest pricing, new and used. Let us get into it. Number 18, Honda Shadow Phantom. We are starting this list with the most reliable cruiser on earth. While the V-twin loyalists down the street are rebuilding top ends and chasing oil leaks, you will be doing exactly nothing except changing the oil at the correct interval and riding. The 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin produces 44 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 543 pounds wet. The V-twin fires with a classic low RPM burble that sounds exactly like a cruiser should. No tricks, no gimmicks, no software updates required. The ergonomics are built around a 25.6-inch seat height. You are sitting in this bike, not on it. The forward controls stretch your legs out for highway cruising in a position you could genuinely hold for 300 miles without filing a complaint. It is made for long, relaxed weekend rides and bulletproof daily transport that requires zero drama and zero excuses to get going. Shadow owners love saying this. It is shaft-driven. I have not lubed a chain in 6 years. I just hit the starter and it works every single time. New pricing is $8,399. Older used models are everywhere and genuinely bulletproof at $3,500 to $5,000. Shaft-driven, liquid-cooled, Honda-built. The 3 words that should appear in any insurance policy for your weekend plans. This motorcycle will start on a cold Tuesday in November and never once make you doubt it. Number 17 delivers European prestige to riders who want the badge without the 4-figure service bills. Number 17, BMW G310R. You want the prestige of the Bavarian badge. You want inverted forks and premium switchgear. You want people in parking lots to ask about your bike. But your budget is firmly in the real world. BMW heard you and partnered with TVS in India to build exactly this. The 313cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder produces 34 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque in a package that weighs 361 pounds wet. The numbers are modest. The execution is not. This thing feels European in ways that cheaper bikes do not. The ergonomics provide a 30.9-inch seat height in a comfortable upright position with premium switchgear that feels like it belongs on a machine costing 3 times as much. It is a sophisticated campus commuter or city runabout that starts conversations and never embarrasses you at the coffee shop. Owners who expected to be disappointed come away impressed. The build quality feels distinctly European, even at this price point. The inverted forks make the front end feel incredibly planted. New pricing is $4,995. Used models are sitting at an absolute steal around $3,000. The BMW badge is genuinely worth something in daily riding. Drivers give you more space. Valets treat you differently. Strangers ask questions. This motorcycle is the cheapest way to access all of that, and the bike underneath the badge is genuinely good. BMW delivered prestige at a real price. Number 16 is for the rider who wants to go fast at a track day before they get confident enough to make excuses about it. Number 16, Yamaha YZFR3, the undisputed track day darling of the entry-level class. It screams to 12,000 revolutions per minute and simply begs to be taken somewhere you can actually use it. This is a machine built around one specific mission, teaching you how to ride fast. The 321 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 42 horsepower and 21 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 375 pounds wet. Low numbers until you try to carry corner speed on a real circuit, at which point you realize the chassis is doing something genuinely special. The ergonomics sit at a 30.7-inch seat height in a surprisingly comfortable sport bike position. You can actually ride it to the track before you race it, which is not something every sport bike in this class can claim. It is perfect for learning how to carry corner speed on a racetrack without terrifying yourself on a machine that will punish mistakes at highway speeds. Track day veterans will tell beginners, It taught me more about riding fast in 1 year than a 600cc bike ever could. You have to maintain your momentum, and that builds real skill. New pricing is $5,499. Used examples are highly available at $3,500 to $4,500. The R3 teaches you how to go fast. Number 15 gives you the same engine as the Ninja 500 for even less money with a sneaky insurance loophole built in. If this list is saving your bank account, drop a comment below telling us which one you are putting in your garage. We read every single one. Number 15, Kawasaki Z500. Take the brilliant Ninja 500, rip off all the expensive plastic bodywork, drop the price. Watch new riders immediately choose this as their insurance-friendly loophole into serious performance. Kawasaki did not even try to pretend this was an accident. The 451cc liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 51 horsepower and 31 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 368 pounds wet. Identical mechanicals to the Ninja 500. The naked format actually makes it slightly more fun around town because you feel everything. The ergonomics deliver a 30.9-inch seat height with slightly wider bars than the Ninja version, giving you more leverage for quick steering in traffic and through corners. It is the absolute best city commuter for new and intermediate riders who want real performance without paying sport bike insurance rates. Smart buyers figured out the loophole fast. Insurance quoted me half the price of the Ninja just because it does not have fairings. It is the exact same engine. A total loophole. New pricing is $5,599. Used versions, or the older Z400, go for $3,500 to $4,500. The Z500 is the honest option. Number 14 has not changed and does not need to. It is a legend running on carburetors in a fuel-injected world. Number 14, Suzuki DRZ400SM. It still runs a carburetor. It still has a 5-speed transmission. It was designed before half the people watching this video were born. And it is still the most fun you can legally have on a city grid. The 398cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder produces 39 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 322 pounds wet. Lighter than almost everything on this list, on sticky supermoto tires, with dirt bike suspension travel. The physics of this motorcycle are almost unfair. The ergonomics are built around a towering 35-inch seat height. You are sitting on a literal dirt bike with street tires. You see over traffic. You feel above traffic. In certain situations, you are above traffic. It is designed for jumping curbs, backing into corners, absolute urban anarchy, and understanding why grown adults ride these things to actual supermoto racetracks. DRZ owners will tell you there is no logic to buying a DRZ in 2026, but the second you ride one down a flight of stairs, you will understand why they still make it. New pricing is $7,899. The used market is robust with clean examples running $4,000 to $5,500. The DRZ is basically a religion at this point. Number 13 takes 𝐏𝐑 capability to a place that previously required twice the budget. Number 13, Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. The old Himalayan was slow, actually slow, charming and slow. The new 450 is a liquid-cooled revelation that addresses every complaint the original ever attracted while keeping everything that made people love it in the first place. The 452 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder produces 39 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 452 pounds wet. It now has actual passing power on a highway. This was not always guaranteed from a Himalayan, and the improvement is significant. The ergonomics feature an adjustable 32.5-inch seat height built to be stood up on, with narrow tank ergonomics specifically designed for off-road control when things get challenging. It is built for authentic, rugged off-road exploration at a fraction of the cost of a BMW GS, without the BMW maintenance bills arriving in the post. Riders who held out from the old model are relieved. They fixed every complaint from the 411. It actually has passing power on the highway now, and the suspension eats up massive ruts. New pricing is $5,799. Since it is new for 2026, used examples are rare, but expect around $5,000. The old Himalayan sold despite its limitations because the spirit was right. Now Royal Enfield gave it an engine to match the ambition. The wait was worth it, and riders who held out are very happy they did. Royal Enfield fixed it, and riders noticed. Number 12 is the sensible ADV Enduro Tourer that gets 70 miles to the gallon and makes no apologies for it. Number 12, Honda NX500. Formerly known as the CB500X, the NX500 is what happens when Honda engineers sit down and ask, what does an ADV Enduro bike look like for someone who actually spends 90% of their time on pavement? This is the answer. The 471 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 47 horsepower and 31 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 432 pounds wet, smooth, predictable, absolutely relentless in its fuel efficiency. The ergonomics give you a 32.7-inch seat height in an upright and comfortable position with excellent wind protection for a bike at this price point. Long commutes in bad weather become tolerable. Long rides in good weather become genuinely enjoyable. It shines at light touring, fire road exploration, and long highway commutes where fuel economy is not just a feature, but a financial strategy. Commuters who chose it tell the story best. It gets almost 70 miles to the gallon. I commute an hour each way, and this bike pays for itself in gas savings alone. New pricing is $7,399. Used CB500X models can be found for around $4,500. 70 miles per gallon in real-world use. If you commute 40 miles a day, 5 days a week, this bike pays for its own running costs compared to a car in under 2 years. That is not a spec. That is a financial argument. The NX500 is practical weaponized. Number 11 takes a completely different approach and delivers exotic European character at a price that should not be possible. Number 11, Triumph Trident 660. You want the exotic wail of a British inline triple. You want premium fit and finish. You want something that sounds different from every other bike at the stoplight, but your budget says Honda money. Triumph heard you. The 660 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled inline triple produces 81 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque in a machine weighing 416 pounds wet. 3 cylinders in this displacement is genuinely special. It has the low end of a twin and the top end character of a 4. There is nothing else like it in this price bracket. The ergonomics deliver a 31.7-inch seat height in a compact and narrow package with perfectly neutral peg placement. It feels expensive from the moment you throw a leg over. It is made for premium daily commuting and turning up to things looking significantly richer than you actually are. Owners consistently note the fit and finish is light years ahead of anything in this price bracket. The 3-cylinder engine is the absolute sweet spot of motorcycling. New pricing is $8,595. The used market is finally softening, bringing them down to $6,000 to $7,000. 3 cylinders is a specific, irreplaceable character. Not the rumble of a twin, not the clinical scream of a 4. Something exactly in between that you will recognize immediately and never want to give up. Triumph has this figured out, and nobody else in this price bracket even comes close. Triumph delivered exotic character at a real-world price. Number 10 takes the concept of go-anywhere capability and scales it up considerably. We are halfway through the list, and it only gets better. Subscribe to the channel right now so you never miss content like this. Number 10, Kawasaki KLR 650. If the TW200 is a tractor, the KLR 650 is a tank. Kawasaki finally gave it fuel injection and a few sensible updates, but it is still the same stubborn, indestructible mule it has always been. It is not trying to impress you, it is trying to outlast everything. The 652 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder produces 40 horsepower and 39 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 460 pounds wet. It is heavier than it looks and taller than most riders expect, but it does not matter because this machine goes places where weight and height become irrelevant. The ergonomics sit at a 34.3-inch seat height. It is tall and top-heavy at standstill. This machine demands a rider with enough inseam to manage it confidently. If that is you, it rewards the commitment. It is built for riding from Alaska to Argentina on a shoestring budget, while the rest of the ADV and tour bike market sits at home polishing chrome. Long-haul riders sum it up perfectly. It is not fast, it is not pretty, and the suspension is soft, but it will get you anywhere on Earth, and you can fix it with a rock and a zip tie. New pricing is $6,899. Used EFI models run around $5,000. Older carbureted ones are basically free at $2,000. The KLR will outlive us all. Number 9 has been quietly surviving everything the Earth can throw at it since 1987. Number 9, Yamaha TW200. This motorcycle has barely changed since 1987. In an era of ride-by-wire, 6-axis IMUs, and Bluetooth dashboards, the TW200 simply refuses to evolve. And in a deeply satisfying way, it does not need to. The 196 cubic centimeters air-cooled single-cylinder produces 16 horsepower and 11 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 278 pounds wet. Those fat balloon tires are the secret weapon. They float over terrain that would swallow conventional tires completely. The ergonomics provide a 31.1-inch seat height in a thick, plush, square saddle that feels like someone bolted a vintage couch to a motorcycle frame. It is genuinely comfortable for hours. It is built for putting around the farm, exploring hunting trails, surviving the end of civilization, and going absolutely anywhere without needing a plan. One rider shared what might be the ultimate TW200 story. I have dropped it in a river, picked it up, and it started on the first kick. The fat tires make riding in sand and mud effortless. New pricing is $4,999. Used models sit right around $3,000 to $4,000. Nearly 40 years without a meaningful change. In a world that redesigns motorcycles every 3 years to justify new marketing budgets, the TW200's refusal to evolve is a feature. Yamaha is not lazy, Yamaha is confident. The TW200 needs no improvements because it was already perfect. Number 8 is the smallest bike on this list, and possibly the most fun thing on 2 wheels at any price. Number 8, Honda Grom. You cannot talk about budget motorcycles without talking about the Grom. You cannot talk about the Grom without smiling. It is a universal law. The 124 cubic centimeters air-cooled single-cylinder produces 9 horsepower and 8 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 227 pounds wet. On paper, this sounds absurd. In practice, it is the most fun you will have on 2 wheels at any speed under 40 miles per hour. The ergonomics center around a 30-inch seat height, it is tiny. Adults look ridiculous on it. Nobody who rides one cares even slightly. It is made for tearing up RV parks, pit lanes, running highly inefficient errands across town, and generating pure, uncut joy on demand. Even owners with bigger bikes in the garage admit it. I have a Ducati in the garage, but I ride the Grom to work every single day because I can park it on the sidewalk. New pricing is $3,599. Used examples inexplicably hold their value at $2,500 to $3,000 because demand never drops. The fact that a 124cc motorcycle holds its value better than most full-size bikes tells you everything about what the Grom actually represents. It is not transportation, it is happiness on wheels, and people will pay retail for that. The Grom is pure motorcycle distilled into the smallest possible package. Number 7 is the Chinese disruptor that arrived with a chip on its shoulder and Brembo brakes on the front end. Number 7, CF Moto 450SS. The Japanese Big Four have dominated this price point for decades. Then CF Moto walked in with Brembo brakes, a full-color display, and a 270-degree crank parallel twin that sounds nothing like it should at this price. And the conversation changed overnight. The 450 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin with a 270-degree crankshaft produces 50 horsepower and 28 pound-feet of torque in a package that weighs 370 pounds wet. The uneven firing interval gives it a character that most bikes costing twice as much cannot match. The ergonomics sit at a 31.3-inch seat height in a slightly more committed sporty position than a Ninja 500. Still comfortable enough for daily use, aggressive enough to feel purposeful. It is the ideal choice for budget sport riding by the tech-obsessed rider who wants premium components at non-premium prices. The community reaction says it all. Brembo brakes and a beautiful color screen for under $6 grand? The Japanese brands need to wake up because CF Moto is stealing the show. New pricing is $5,699. Used examples are appearing around $4,000 as the used market builds out. 5 years ago, recommending a Chinese motorcycle would have earned you a skeptical look. Today, the reviewers who dismissed CF Moto are now quietly buying them. The market changed and CF Moto was ready for it. CF Moto changed the value equation and the industry noticed. Number 6 takes that same idea of maximum fun per dollar and turns the aggression dial up considerably. Number 6, KTM 390 Duke. They call it the scalpel, not the sledgehammer, not the cannonball. The scalpel, a precision instrument for dismantling corners, embarrassing bigger bikes on twisty roads, and generally conducting urban anarchy with mechanical precision. The 399 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder produces 44 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs 380 pounds wet. This one does. The ergonomics put you at a 32.2-inch seat height with wide dirt bike-style handlebars that push you into an aggressive elbows-out attack position. You are not riding this bike. You are piloting it with intent. It excels at shredding tight, twisty back roads and embarrassing, significantly larger motorcycles in corners where mass and horsepower matter far less than chassis dynamics. Owners consistently say it feels like riding a motorized mountain bike. New pricing is $6,299. Used examples drop to $3,500 to $4,500. It also comes with a full TFT display, cornering ABS, and a ride-by-wire throttle at this price point. The Japanese Big Four are offering basic LCD screens on bikes that cost more. KTM noticed a gap and drove through it. The Duke cuts through excuses like a laser. Number 5 takes entry level seriously enough to give you a proper sport bike experience at a genuinely approachable price. Before we go any further, hit that like button right now. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps us keep making content like this. Number 5, Kawasaki Ninja 500, the new 2026 standard for entry-level sport bikes. Kawasaki bumped the displacement from the beloved Ninja 400, and the result is spectacular. This is what a budget sport bike should have always been. The 451cc liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 51 horsepower and 31 pound-feet of torque in a chassis that weighs 377 pounds wet. That is a genuine sport bike power-to-weight ratio at a price that makes you question whether Kawasaki made a mistake. The ergonomics offer a 30.9-inch seat height. Despite the full superbike bodywork and aggressive looks, the clip-ons are mounted high. You are not folded in half. This thing is genuinely comfortable for daily riding, despite looking race-ready. It is the absolute best entry point into sport riding and track days for anyone who wants to learn the right habits from the beginning. Riders upgrading from smaller bikes notice it immediately. I upgraded from a 300, and the extra mid-range torque means I do not have to wring its neck just to pass a semi-truck on the highway. New pricing is $5,299. Used models, including the nearly identical Ninja 400, hover around $3,500 to $4,500. The Ninja 500 is the sport bike for people who want to actually improve. Number 4 proves that cruisers have absolutely no reason to be heavy, expensive, or intimidating. Honda built the evidence. Number 4, Honda Rebel 500. Cruisers do not have to weigh 700 pounds and sound like a dying lawnmower. Honda proved this conclusively with the Rebel 500, and the motorcycle world has not been the same since. The 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 46 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque in a machine that weighs only 408 pounds wet. It looks like a proper cruiser. It rides like a proper cruiser. It just does not weigh like one. The ergonomics are built around a stupidly low 27.2-inch seat height. The mid-controls keep your feet directly under you rather than pushed out in front, which gives you dramatically better handling than a traditional forward control cruiser. You can actually steer this thing. It is purpose-built for first-time riders in urban commuting and heavy traffic, where a lighter, more manageable machine is genuinely safer. New riders rave about it. The clutch is so light you can pull it with one pinky finger. It gave me all the confidence I needed to learn how to ride. New pricing is $6,499. The used market is flooded with them at $4,000 to $5,000 because so many people bought them as first bikes and then upgraded. The fact that the used market is flooded is actually good news for you. High supply means better prices and more choice. Someone else learned to ride on this bike and then sold it to you cheap. Thank them. The Rebel proves lightness is not a compromise. Number 3 takes a completely different approach, trading performance pedigree for style and coming in at a price that looks like a printing error. Number 3. Royal Enfield INT 650, British Heritage, Indian manufacturing. A price tag that feels like someone left a digit off. If you want retro styling without the retro oil leaks and the retro reliability nightmares, this is the machine. Under the gorgeous classic bodywork is a 648 cubic centimeter air, an oil-cooled parallel twin producing 47 horsepower and 38 pound-feet of torque. Wet weight is 470 pounds. It is not a performance machine, but it was never trying to be. It is a beautiful machine, which is a completely different kind of value proposition. The ergonomics deliver a 31.6-inch seat height in pure vintage standard geometry. You sit completely upright with a relaxed knee bend. It is the riding position that humans were apparently designed for, and your back will thank you after a long day. It is made for Sunday coffee shop runs and relaxed countryside cruising, where looking incredible is half the enjoyment. Riders who bought it love saying, "It looks like a $10,000 Triumph, but I paid half that." Best-sounding stock exhaust on the market. New pricing is $6,149. Used examples sit between $4,000 and $5,000. $6,000 for a bike that looks like a $10,000 Triumph and sounds better than most of them stock. That is not a budget compromise. That is just a better decision. Style delivered at a sensible price. But number 2 has been quietly collecting miles and making believers for decades longer, and it is not done yet. Number 2, Suzuki SV 650. If the MT-07 is the king, the SV 650 is the immortal veteran. While every other manufacturer chased parallel twins, Suzuki kept the V-twin alive in this segment, and the motorcycle community has been grateful ever since. The 645 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin produces 75 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque in a package that tips the scales at 432 pounds wet. The V-twin character gives it a totally different personality from the MT-07. More rumble, more soul, arguably more fun at everyday speeds. The ergonomics feature a low 30.9-inch seat height and a narrow tank that makes flat footing genuinely easy for shorter riders. This is one of those rare bikes that fits a wide range of body types without adjustment. It is the ultimate blank canvas motorcycle. Commute on it, tour on it, track it, modify it. There is an entire industry of aftermarket parts built around this bike because owners simply refuse to get rid of them. Owners say it all the time. Bought it as my first bike. 50,000 miles later, I refuse to sell it. The engine is literally bulletproof. New pricing is $7,949. Older used models are absolutely everywhere from $3,000 to $5,500. The SV is a living legend, but our number 1 is the undisputed king of the middleweights. Number 1, Yamaha MT-07. If you only read one entry on this list, make it this one. The MT-07 has been destroying the segment since it launched, and it shows absolutely no signs of slowing down. The engine is a 689 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin, making 73 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. The whole package weighs 406 pounds wet. For comparison, that is lighter than most new full-size motorcycles, while making more power than most riders will ever honestly need. The ergonomics put you at a 31.7-inch seat height in an upright and aggressive Street Fighter stance. You feel like you are commanding the bike rather than just sitting on top of it. City traffic becomes something you actually look forward to. It is the perfect urban commuter and weekend canyon brawler, equally at home blasting through downtown gaps and carving mountain roads on Saturday morning. One owner put it plainly, "I have owned leader bikes my whole life, and the MT-07 is still the most fun I have ever had on 2 wheels under 50 miles per hour." New pricing sits at $8,199. The used market runs $5,000 to $6,500 for clean examples. The MT-07 wears the crown. 18 bikes, every price point covered, every riding style covered. Not a single one over $9,000 new, and nearly all of them available used for under $5,000. The 2026 market wants you to believe that motorcycling requires a $20,000 commitment in a prayer. It does not. Pick the one that matches where you are right now, not where you think you should be. The best bike on this list is the one you can afford, learn on, and actually ride. But there is more. Next is a countdown of the fastest bikes ever made. Click on the video to the left for more. We will see you there.